Today we are breaking out the hot tub time machine and going back to the 1980s. Same format, A to Z, but we do have a bonus question at the end of the quiz. Are you ready? Let's go. Starting with the letter A, Jane Fonda made us do it. We put on headbands and jumped around the living room to feel the burn. What was this fitness craze called? That was aerobics. Now the letter B. In the great video format war of the 1980s, VHS won. But what was the name of the smaller, arguably better quality, Sony tape that lost? The video format was the Betamax. And starting with the letter C, Sir Clive Sinclair invented this electric vehicle in 1985. It was low to the ground, exposed to the rain, and terrifying to drive in traffic. What was it? It was called the Sinclair C5. Unfortunately, only 5,000 were sold and would have cost you £399 to buy one new. Beginning with the letter D, who did George H.W. Bush defeat in the presidential contest of November 1988? That was Michael Dukakis. Next is the letter E, the ultimate boy racer car of the 80s. If you wanted to look cool outside the chip shop, you needed the XR3i version of this Ford classic. It was the Ford Escort. And starting with the letter F, the Bible of the Yoppie, a personal organizer filled with diary pages, maps, and important contacts. If you lost it, your life was over. What was it? Do you remember the Filofax? Starting with the letter G. Before iPods, if you wanted music on the street, you carried a massive stereo on your shoulder. It chewed up batteries in 20 minutes. What was the slang name for it? It was called a ghetto blaster. Next is the letter H. The 80s hairstyle defied gravity. To keep it up, we used gallons of this product. Apologies to the ozone layer. What was it? That was hairspray. And starting with the letter I, what was the name of the dessert topping sensation? It was a chocolate sauce that went hard and crunchy the second it hit your ice cream. It was called Bird's Ice Magic. Starting with the letter J, in the 80s, what were the cheap plastic sandals that came in bright colors? They looked great, but made your feet sweat uncontrollably. They were jelly shoes or just jellies. Next is the letter K, a nerve-wracking game involving a plastic tube, marbles, and straws. Pull the wrong straw and you lose your marbles. What is it? The game was Kerplunk. Beginning with the letter L, This shiny, stretchy fabric that suddenly appeared everywhere in the 80s, especially on cyclists and aerobics fans. Name the material. The material is called lycra. Starting with the letter M. In the 80s, these cost £3,000 and were the size of a house brick. You looked very important using one. What is it? It was a mobile phone. Next is the letter N. The 1980s wasn't pastel. It was bright. Socks, shoelaces, and t-shirts often came in this ultra-bright high-vis color palette. What do we call it? Everything was neon. And starting with the letter O, before they changed their name to Starburst in the late 90s, these chewy fruit sweets were an 80s lunchbox staple. Made to make your mouth water. Name the sweet. Those sweets were called opal fruits. Starting with the letter P, in 1983, the Bank of England replaced the £1 note with this heavy piece of metal. What was it? They replaced the note with a pound coin. Next is the letter Q. The distinct clicking sound of the micro switches on this specific joystick. It was black, red, and the trigger broke easily. It was called the Quickshot joystick. And starting with the letter R, the Hungarian puzzle toy that drove us all crazy. 43 quintillion combinations, but only one solution. What is it? That was the Rubik's Cube. Nearly there. Don't forget we have a bonus question coming up. But have you subscribed yet? Go on, do it. Starting with the letter S, definitely a fashion low point. A matching jacket and trouser combo made of highly flammable, crinkly nylon, ideally in purple and turquoise. Name it. It was called a shell suit. And no, I didn't have one. Next is the letter T. The peanut chocolate sweets that vanished, only to be replaced by M&Ms. Melt in your mouth, not in your hand. Name the sweet. The name of the sweet was Treats. And starting with the letter U. If you did PE in a British school in the 80s, you wore a pair of itchy, shiny navy blue nylon shorts made by this brand. The PE kit was made by Umbro. Starting with the letter V. It looked like red binoculars. You put a white cardboard disc inside and click the lever to see 3D images. What was the toy called? The toy was called Viewmaster. Next is the letter W. Sony changed the world in 1979-80. For the first time, you could listen to your own music privately on the bus. What was the device? That was the Sony Walkman. And starting with the letter X, which 1980 film featured Olivia Newton-John as Kira. That film was Xanadu. Now the letter Y. Young, upwardly mobile professionals, they wore red braces, drove Porsches, and shouted, "Buy, buy, buy." What was their nickname? Their nickname was Yuppie. Last one, and that's the letter Z. This Nintendo princess first needed rescuing in 1986. Name her. Her name is Zelda. Now that bonus question. A now classic episode of Only Fools and Horses, which actor portrayed the role of a yuppie? Put your answer in the comments together with your score. Till the next one, see you soon.